Welcome to Tech Tuesday. Today we're going to look at a tool called Wordle, which creates a really nice looking word web for you or your students. There's a lot of different applications for this tool in your classroom. I'm sure there's many you could come up with. I'm going to provide you with a couple here, and I think it's pretty versatile. There's a lot of different uses for it. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to wordle.net, wordle.net, and that will take you to this page here. You're going to click on Create Your Own. And once you're in Create Your Own, you'll see that there is a text box here. You can paste an unlimited amount of text in this text box, and it will create a word web for you. So you could put an entire novel, really, if you wanted to, and it would create a word web. And the word web will have the most frequently used words in the biggest type, and then less frequently used words would be in progressively smaller type. So you can see really what words are being used most often in larger texts. You could use this for a student to analyze their own writing to see if a word is coming up more than others. You could have students analyze articles. You could have students compare two pieces, which is what I'm going to do. You could take a whole bunch of student feedback and kind of create a nice looking word bubble about it, which I'll show you how to do that as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. For today, I'm going to compare the 2002 State of the Union address with the 2015 State of the Union address, so you can see what themes may have been more prevalent in 2002 on the national stage versus 2015. The different communication styles maybe of the presidents at the time. So maybe you wanted to show students about differences from a historical standpoint from when they were born to now, or for any number of reasons. And I'll show you how this works using this as the context. So the first thing we're going to do is do one for the 2002 State of the Union. So I have the whole text. I've cut and pasted, just did a simple Google search for the transcript. So we will do Control A for select all, Control C for copy, then go to our Wordle, and we're going to paste it in the word web. Now you're going to want to use either Internet Explorer or Firefox. Well, I'm using Firefox for this tool. Google Chrome is not supporting this version of Java at this point. So I'm in Firefox, which I would recommend. And I've pasted the entire speech in this text box, and I'm going to click Go. And you will see Java will come up here, and it will create a nice word bubble here. Okay, you can see America is by far the biggest word, but you see war, security, Afghanistan, weapons, terror is in here. I don't know if you can see it. You can actually change the colors on here too. So if we go to this color, yeah, that's a little easier to read. America and Americans is on there. Security, terror is right there. So this is kind of worthwhile to look at. And you can, if you go down, you can click Save as a PNG, and you can save that image file. So you'll always have it. You can print it if you want to display in your classroom. So that's something that you can do here. Terrorists, you can see, is on there. So really, students could really analyze this quite a lot. Let's say I wanted to create, another one to compare it. So I'm going to go again to Wordle, create your own. And I'm going to go to the 2015 State of the Union address. Control A to select all. Control C to copy. Go to my little word bubble here. Paste the whole thing. Click Go. Click Run there, and it's created a nice word web, again. You can see America and American are in there too. Families, Americans, economies on there, work, jobs, things like that, business. So you can really talk about, in January of 2002, these seem to be what was on people's minds, and in January 2015, these may have been the things, or at least the president was talking about. So you can really kind of look into these things and check it out. So I think that's kind of a neat way to compare two works. There's other different things you can look at: layout, and change. This one's any which way. You can do mostly horizontal. That kind of changes it a little bit, which kind of looks cool as well. You can do half and half. So that's kind of all over the place. Same thing over here. This one, I think this one's all horizontal. I don't know if I like that one as much. So you can kind of change it as you see fit. You see, that kind of looks pretty cool too. So it's really a neat way to look at a larger work, and just to see what are the words that are coming up most often in those. One other idea I had: you can combine Google Forms with Wordle and get feedback from students. How did today's lesson make you feel? What are your thoughts about this? What do you think is the most commonly occurring theme in this article, this novel, this play? And if students, you make it a mess of a spreadsheet of a whole bunch of different stuff that students are replying, we'll just copy that whole column from the Google Forms response spreadsheet, put them in Wordle, and it'll kind of create a cool looking way to say like, oh, most of you are saying this is coming up for you. So it's kind of a cool little tool. Make sure your Java is updated, and make sure that you're using Firefox, which I would recommend, or Internet Explorer, and that will work well for you. So hopefully this is a tool that you can find useful. By all means, send comments my way or in the comment section below. And please, please, please send me some ideas. I got an idea this week for Tech Tuesday for an upcoming one that I think is going to be really useful, but please send me some more ideas of things that you want to know about. Thanks again for watching, and have a great holidays, and hopefully we'll see you soon.